Psalms 23, you saw the title. So you know that this is about that famous passage in the Old Testament, in the book of Psalms. The Lord is my shepherd. You probably heard in movies, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. What does it mean? And why is that important? Well, I'm going to tell you something. It is very important. It's kind of a mantra in my life, if you will. Something that I say again and again and again to remind me of things. And today was one of those days. Because every once in a while you need to understand that who you are is a lot more than who you think you are. I said something today to a friend which I thought was really kind of remarkable. You're not what people perceive, you're what you believe. And this Lord that is in all of us, that word Lord, it's translated from the word Jehovah. It means the existing one, the one who exists, that spirit that is in everyone, that is life for everyone, that whatever you want to call it, I call it God, that is our shepherd. That's the one that leads us. No matter how you look at it, where you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be. But it doesn't mean that's all you're getting. It doesn't mean that you're not going farther. I want to break down this psalm for you. I think that it's important, and I think that if you understand it, you'll see that your life is just about to start. All of these videos that I've been doing leading up to this moment, to this day, this is the moment. That light is going on in all of us. We're all excited for more, but we need to understand what that more is and how to get there. And I'm not telling you that you got to listen to me to get there. All I'm telling you is take what I'm sharing and then go to the source. And you tell me if it's not true. Because the Lord is my shepherd. And because of that, I shall not want. He makes me to lay down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You make a table in the presence of my enemies before me. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now, it's a beautiful, beautiful psalm, but the problem is some of the translations of these words have twisted the meaning. And this is where it gets interesting, because when you start to break down what it means, the word Lord, the existing one, the Lord is my shepherd. That word shepherd, it's translated from another word for it would be teacher or guide. So in other words, the existing one, the one who exists, the Spirit of God, the creator of all, that life force that is all, that is within us all, whether you believe it or not, that thing that animates you and makes you live and have the idea of who you think you are. That spirit leads the idea of who you think you are. That conscious idea of you. When Moses went to Pharaoh and Moses said to God, he said, well, God, what do I tell him? What's your name? What do I say to you? Who do I say sent me? The Lord said, tell him I am that I am, which means I will be whatever I will be. The existing one is your guide, your teacher, your shepherd. So when you understand that where you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be. The next line is, he makes me to lay down in green pastures. It wasn't a question. In other words, you will find rest because it's already made that way. When you need to rest, you're going to find it. When you need joy, you're going to find it. When you need peace, you're going to find it because the Spirit that is all, that is within us all, is guiding us and leading us and making us to enter into that rest that I've been talking about so much. That rest that I'm saying is available to all of us while this energy, this negative energy, this darkness, the dragon is cast into the earth. He leads me beside still waters. Still. You can't hear God in the storm. When Elijah went up to hear from God, it wasn't in the storm, it wasn't in the fire, it wasn't in the tornado, it wasn't in the earthquake. Right now, with all the craziness going on in the world, right? You're not going to hear God in that. No, it's in that still small voice. He leads us, he guides us, he brings us with a still small voice, peaceful, calm voice. So yes, we exist in the valley of the shadow of death. And what does that mean? We're physically dying. All of us are physically dying. We have death before us. We're in the shadow of it. Okay? We're in the valley of the shadow of death, which means that when you're in the valley, you can't see how far you can go. When you're in the valley, you can only see what's like right around you and what's right before you. Because But when you're at the top of the mountain, which is where we're going, you can see it all. But right now, yes, even though we're in the valley of the shadow of death, meaning death is covering the light. We're too focused on our mortality. So we're in the shadow. I will fear no evil. See, that's the thing. See, I get that, and I remind myself of that, because no matter what I'm going through, so I don't have to fear any evil, because I understand that I'm directly connected to the Spirit that is in all of you and everything. So I have to fear. I can't fear what is being done to me. I can't fear what's coming against me. There's no reason to. This is a story, and we're the stars of it. So even though I'm walking through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. And why is that? Because I understand that God is with me. A lot of people don't get that. They think that they're here all alone. That's it. This is it. But you're so much bigger than your conscious mind. So much bigger. You have no idea of the potential that's inside of you. What you can do with your life. What you can do in the world. What you can do for others. You have no idea. You've just started. This is the beginning. This is the new day that I've been talking about. So you got to understand that even though we're here, it doesn't matter, because God is with us. His rod and his staff comfort us. A rod is used when you have a child, right? You heard a spare the rod, spoil the child, and they think that means child abuse. And no, I am sorry, that's not what you're supposed to do. It's the rod is actually the correction of the truth. So you're corrected in life. You do the wrong thing, you reap what you sow. That's the rod of God. I'm comforted knowing that if I go down the wrong path, my life's going to get a little harder. If I start to get a little argument with Dan, and I get a little upset with her, and I go down the wrong road, things are going to get a little more uncomfortable in our life, and I'm going to reap what I've sown. And that comforts me, because when I get out of my peace, I understand I'm off of the path. I'm not on that still water path. And I get right back on. There's a comfort in correction. So if you're going through hard times right now, you got to understand that that's just getting you back to where you want to go. Yeah, Paul had a problem with this. He was always trying to kick against the pricks, right? In life, you're being goaded in one direction. This is the good news. You can't fail. The good news. One day you're going to stop doing the wrong thing. One day you're going to stop thinking the wrong thing. One day you're going to stop doing things that harm you and harm others. And you're going to start living for others. And then you're going to find that peace. Because that rod is there to comfort you and get you back on. And when you get back on path, then you got the staff, which is what guides you in life. Either way, you're good. There's a comfort in knowing that you're going to be directed one way or another. Whether you believe in this stuff or not, there are consequences for actions, people. That's all there is to it. Now here's the best part, right? When you start to understand who you are in the grand scheme of things, and you understand that you are a child of, we'll say, the Most High, right? Then no matter who comes against you, you're going to always thrive. And the funny thing is that when you understand that you're more than your surroundings and you're more than your circumstance, and when you understand that these things that come against you, no matter how shameful they seem, that they're actually there to help you, to move you forward, so that you could be a blessing to others. And I wonder if Some of you right now in your lives with your beautiful homes and your beautiful families and all of these things that you have that you take for granted and you forget about. I wonder if you're a liberator there. Because our families, they need salvation as well. They need to be saved from this nonsense. And if you understand that the Lord is your shepherd and he's there, and that even in your hard time, he's still preparing a table. That word table means king's table in the presence of his enemies. You're going to thrive regardless of who comes against you. He anoints your head with oil. Oil is symbolic of, they anointed kings with oil. Oil is symbolic of wisdom. Your head is symbolic of your thoughts. You will be given understanding and great wisdom and great understanding that will help others. Like kings. That's what these remnant of people are supposed to be. Because the existing one leads us into paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And a lot of people think that means that God's going to lead us into right thinking, into proper judgment, into righteousness, so that people can know him. And yes, that happens. But when you really understand what it means, he prepares a kingly table before us in the presence of our enemies while we're walking through this valley of the shadow of death, while we have no fear, because when he leads us into the paths of righteousness that he's prepared for his name's sake, he's doing it for us because we're his name's sake. We are the children of God. And that's why this is so important right now. You got to seek more. You got to ask for more. And you got to stop thinking that you can't be more. I love each and every one of you. I hope that this helped you out. If you want to know more about the Psalms, check it out. Get a Bible. Get a Bible or a Biblio, or it's a Bible. I don't know. I'm just trying to be funny. I love each and every one of you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget to share it around, and subscribe, and smash the like button, and comment, and tell me what you think it means. And please give some love to the people that need it. Give a hug to your friends, to your neighbors, to those that are down on their luck. And remind them that the Lord is their shepherd too. I love each and every one of you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.